Many thanks here to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and just picking up on that, Pogba, what's the deal? What do you reckon is going to happen here?
Well, actually, Michael he's just said something quite profound in my ear, actually. It didn't occur to me, but I think he's absolutely bang on.
Just saying there, he's basically, if anybody's out there looking to buy Pogba, he needs an operation. So stay well clear.
He's hinting.
Very clever from Ollie, actually, yeah.
How much of it is actually truthful, do you reckon?
Until I see him on crutches, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I still question when you've got somebody like Pogba and you don't go when they played Burnley away, you don't travel with the team, but then you can manage to go and see your brother play a game in France. For me, there's no loyalty there towards Manchester United. So does he really want to be there? Who knows? Is his agent working in the background to get him a deal and a move away? Or do United really care about the quality of the player that they know they can potentially have? But you've got to be able to handle all the other stuff that comes with having Pogba in your team.
Yeah. Out of interest, we see clubs make multiple statements concerning financial situations, etc., and you do have to factor in shareholders, etc., depending on the magnitude of the club and what managers say about players. From working in clubs, from being players yourselves and managers, etc., how much of it is actually true, whatever's released to the general public, percentage-wise?
Maybe 50%.
Only 50.
That might even be a bit high. You know, let's be honest. If you're the head coach of a club, right, are you going to show everybody your hand? No. You're not going to be open, are you? You can't, in my opinion, you can't afford to be totally open. You know, if you announce you want to sell a player, you want to get somebody out of your club, you know, that means first and foremost that you're likely to get less money for him if you do manage to sell him. Because if you don't want something, you don't hold him in particularly high value, do you? So, you know, there's all sorts of games being played all the time. You know, clubs have a media officer, and he will be advising the head coach prior to the after-match press conference. You know, here's some angles that we want you to go down a little bit. It's a difficult business being the head coach.
Okay,
it truly
so
is.
It's maybe less than 50% for you.
I think so. Yeah.
What about you two gents?
Can you remember the injury I was telling you about that I got at Leeds in my knee?
Okay.
And it was an ice bucket challenge that came over the toilet door, and I slipped on the bit of ice and damaged my knee.
Okay, so that's what really happened.
That was never going to get let out. Do you know what I mean?
So what was the story that came out?
I just had a nasty knock in training and needed to go and get my knee cleaned out. But it happened in the toilet. Do you know what I mean? Slipping on a bit of ice, it was a practical joke that went wrong.
So you're going to say less than 50% is truthful about what statements are given?
It depends what club you're at as well. I mean,
at a club like a big club?
I like to think more often than not the truth does come out and on certain things, but you've got to keep, like Gary says, you've got to keep a lot hidden and a lot behind the closed doors.
Yeah, keep your powder dry. Less, as far as I'm concerned, less is more in terms of releasing information. It'll only be used against you. No good can come of just shooting your mouth off and being. You can be too. I'm guilty of this. You can be too honest. You can actually say too much, and it will be turned around and used against you.
And I think we witnessed that the other interview when we did the Wolves game with Nuno, the manager.
Yeah, when he came out
and
and
said, "I'm not talking about the VAR."
Yeah.
A new question came, and then the guy unleashed.
Yeah, he couldn't help himself.
And I can just imagine the media manager that had discussed it with him before and saying, "We do not mention VAR." Okay, understand? No problem. He would have been going, "Oh, this is a nightmare. Please just shut up." Yeah. So there's a lot that it needs to be controlled by the clubs, and you know, the players and managers get vetted and get told what to say.
Well, what do you make of agents coming out and saying stuff? I'm hinting here, Mino Raiola. Yeah. He said that Manchester United can ruin Pele and Maradona if they were still playing. I mean, that's a huge statement to make. And it's not like he's just some punter off the street or on Twitter. This is a man with a huge amount of influence on players and clubs.
Yeah. Well, he's not my cup of tea. You know, the truth is that he has, and congratulations to him for earning what he's earned, but it's somebody who's taken huge sums of money out of the game, which I don't think is ethical, to be honest with you.
You see clubs going bust.
Yeah, clubs going bust. And, you know, by all accounts, you know, in the Pogba deal, he worked or received fees from Juventus, Manchester United and the player. You know, who's he working for? Well, all three of them, it would seem. But surely you can't. There's a there's a conflict of interest if you're working for all three parties.
And it doesn't help Pogba's relationship with Manchester United when you've got your agent saying stuff about the club that is paying you.
Yeah.
Your agent looking after you. I think that's, like you say, it's unethical. It doesn't rub well. And for all the issues and all the quality you get with Pogba, when his agent's saying that again, that would annoy me if my agent was saying that and I was playing for a club, because you're tarnishing the brand that I'm trying to create.
But I think it smacks of an agent who's selling. He's in selling mode. You know, Manchester, because the other clubs looking in, well, Pogba, what's wrong with him? Nothing. Man United can ruin any player. He's in selling mode. It smacks of a sale to me for Pogba. Believe me, if it was the other way around, he's selling now. If he was buying, he'd be in the player.
And I think that's why Solskjaer's just said what he did there about he needs an operation.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're saying the agent's in selling mode, and United are going, all right then, we'll play this card.
Good luck with this.
Reading between the lines, I do like it.